And we are live. It's been too long, guys. Too long. Welcome. SeeJeanty back at it again. As promised, we would be back in full effect at the top of January. And as I announced last month, this is going to be a recurring thing. It's the Haiti Biz News Show is once a month, but it's not that we're going to be skipping anything. We're going to be reviewing the month's business happenings going backwards for that month. So we have a lot of news to talk about. We have buckle in, strap in. We got at least 2 hours in front of us, at least, to really be able to digest and dissect what we have in front of us here. And I'm as always, so appreciative of the eyeballs we get on this live stream. From time to time we can put some real numbers on this stream, and I'm not, most of the numbers we put up are on par with folks who are doing unproductive things, right? Women shaking their pom poms and dudes just talking shit, and our comedy, right? But the fact that we have a live stream of substance, we're talking about real issues, real things that can potentially change the country, country of Haiti in particular. And we usually fill out. Again, I'm humbled and appreciative, and I want to welcome everyone into the live today. As per usual, I got some stuff I got to do in the background. It's a one-man show on these Sundays here. I don't have a crew with me, so it's a few things I have to do in the background to get the show fully up and running. So give me about 2-3 minutes, guys. Give me about 2-3 minutes so I can get those moving parts going, and we'll be back, and we're just gonna dive into the deep end and get into Haiti Biz news for the month of December. All right. Hey, and by the way, guys, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. 2021 is going to be a better year for Olives. I promise you. Mark my words, guys. All right. We'll be right back.
Mr. Tyler on the bit.
And we're back. We're on all social medias. We're on the IGs. We're on the Twitters. We're on the YouTubes. We're on everything. Be on TikTok if I had another phone. TikTok does do lives. I want to welcome you guys. I want to say what's up to a few folks in the channel right now. A couple old heads, a couple OGs of the SeeJeanty community. I want to say what's up to certainly I see Get là qui était me fait 3 semaines aux États-Unis, là qui était net et ma liberté financière. You can change your name, man. You can keep saying work with. Dorothy G, what's up? Good morning. We got Mario Alexander in the house. Good morning. We got Jake Cod. What's up? What's up? We got Wellington Joseph. Wellington with Ampantage. Do subscribe to his YouTube channel. Do some real cool things out there. Go ahead and do drop your YouTube, Wellington. For folks in benefit. We got Jean Baptiste Michael in the house. What's up? First time I'm seeing your name in here. Hope to see you again. We're here every Sunday, top of every Sunday. First Sunday. I'm used to saying that every Sunday. We're here at the top of every month, first Sunday of each month. So hope to see you again, Jean Baptiste. Do subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. We got Arlene Wade. Always good to see you, Arlene, in the house. Nick Mawon's in the house. Good morning. What's up? Got Edwin Jeanty. Edwin, ça qu'a fait là en forme. Et bah c'est ça même Edwin. Oh, tonton Edwin. You tonton en forme. Good to see you in the house, Edwin Jeanty. We got G Darius 10 in here. What's up? We here. Good to have you. Good to see you. We got Esther Jeanty in the house. Mwah, you know what it is. We got LM's in here. We got Gerlintz in here as well. What's up? Good morning. Happy New Year. We got Claudie Love Francois in here. We got Maestro Lago in here. Good morning. We got Marie Chaz and Wood Bonjour, right? And Lady Diane all the way in London. All the way in London. We got Lady Diane all the way in London in the chat. I want to say what's up to Lady Diane. Make sure you go and subscribe to Lady Diane. She's doing some really cool stuff. In fact, she dropped a really interesting poem for the new year for Independence Day. So Lady Diane, if you want to drop your YouTube in there, just so folks can go ahead and subscribe to you really quick. Do give Lady Diane some support. Fashionista, repping Haiti from London, right? Let's see what's up. Let's see how folks are saying. What folks are doing up in the land of Instagram. Come on now. Let's see. Come on now. What's going on? There we go. Let's see who's in here. We got Teddy Jean-Jacques in the house. What's up, Teddy? Good to have you in there. We got Williamson Santil doing some great things. Make sure you go check out Williamson's page, Arise for Humanity. He's if you guys don't know, he's bringing Kevin Hart to Haiti. I'm gonna say it again. Maybe somebody didn't hear me. He's bringing Kevin Hart to Haiti. Williamson Santil has done it. Make sure you go to his. He's on every platform, but Facebook, however you want to follow him. Arise for Humanity. Follow that. He's creating a mentorship program that's empowering countless Haitians. Really, that's what we need in this country. We need a reshape and a remodeling. We need to move away from the oh, woe is me. The core group is keeping me down. Oh, the president is all these complaining. We need a reset of our mindset to say whatever's in front of us, we're gonna knock it down. Whatever, no one but God can keep us from achieving what we are born to achieve. And Williamson's doing some great work with his mentorship center. So do follow him, Arise for Humanity. Happy to have you in the chat here, Williamson, today. Let's see what else. We got Jose94 in the house. What's up? We got Andy Benoit, ambassador in the house. Good to see you. Oh, he was the man at the airport. By the way, if you ever see me anywhere, guys, don't be a stranger. Come up. I'm not big enough yet where it's problematic. In fact, I'm small enough to where I generally appreciate somebody just coming up to me in the street and say, hey, SeeJeanty, man, love what you're doing, right? And I think I ran into Andy at the airport this morning. So I appreciate you, Andy. I hope you have wherever you're going in Haiti, hope you got there. Hope you have a safe trip. And happy to have you. Happy to have met you, Andy. All right. Who else we have? We got Lady by Rose, a few other folks in here. Mr. Lamaric, hello, what's up? First time I'm seeing you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, follow. Right. Happy to have every single person in the house. We got Mike Collin in the house. What's up? You know, definitely got knocked out the soup. Zuma Colson, Nicola, Edwin, William in the house. Definitely happy to see you. Right. Had to say what's up to a few of my OGs there. Had to give you guys a bit of appreciation because you guys always are here, always adding value to the conversation. And that's the big thing. The big thing with why I do this live versus perhaps just doing clips, right, is that, you know, I appreciate the opportunity to communicate and have conversations with every one of you guys, of course. Now, you know, we're 2 days removed from Soup Zumu. You know, I have the gut to prove it. Still digesting, you know, the many cups of soup Zumu I had. Shout out to moms who took care of me and just loaded me up with soup Zumu. I know you guys, a lot of you guys can say the same. And of course, you know, 2020 has been difficult for a lot of people. I don't know anyone who it wasn't difficult for, and the fact that we made it to 2021, we really do have to be appreciative. But it also means we have to make the most of the time we have. I think if 2021 has shown us anything, you know, the 2020 vision that we all thought 2020 was going to give us, the vision it gave us is life is short, and we really have to make every minute count and really try to be as impactful as we can with the time we have. Right. And whatever that means to you, you know, you have to identify what that is and attack it more than anything. Right. So I just want to start with that somber word, really to encourage you guys, you know, in terms of attacking the year the right way. Comme toujours, j'ai langue dans épée parce que tout le monde est très important pour nous connaître. Il y a pile respect pour langue créole là. C'est simplement nous baguer un côté, nous baguer espace online qui nous-mêmes comme haïtiens qui peut-être pas grandi ici, ou même monde qui pas au niveau de yo intéressé sur pays mais yo baguer un côté yo ka jeune nouvelle, en plus yo baguer un côté yo ka jeune nouvelle là qui ka du tête fouette qui construit moins sous des ordres qui nous connaît exister, moins sous un niveau d'insécurité qui est toujours là dans l'autre forme, mais plus sur opportunité qui a passé dans le pays, bel projet qui a lancé. Il y a pile entrepreneur, pile monde qui a fait des belles bails chaque jour, même les combats plus difficiles. Et il y a un niveau de progression qui a fait que vous va décider pour aller chercher, pour montrer, moun a toujours dit c'est on seul bail qui là misère avec rien encore a fini penser monde qui en bon avec yo ouais c'est pas vrai même dans le moment qui est difficile yo et toujours bien un paquet bail positif qui a fait qui a tourné pour on joue à lever après Haïti finalement pas puis c'est pas un pays qui a dû moins se développer la position qu'il y a, nous dit comme ça. Et nous faisons une mission en anglais, clair, pour m'expliquer mon mieux, parce que dans moi qui se passe là, m'a ajouté même 1000 nouveaux subscribers. Une plus critique que je vois dans mes mondes, c'est que pour ça, c'est soit on va parler de Haïti, ou doit faire notre là pour tout le monde qui comprendre, pour que tout le monde qui est au niveau de l'intéressement dans le pays, c'est que simplement il parler. La vérité, c'est que ou même comme haïtien, nous avons plus de côté pour nous recevoir des nouvelles. Ok, nous avons Radio Métropole, nous avons Radio Caribe, nous avons tout nèg sur AM Radio dans zone, petite zone Miami ou Boston, parce que nous avons nèg Tokugi oui qui a fait des informations, nous avons Carl Chokar là. Nous avons plus de côté pour nous recevoir des nouvelles. Mais nous avons un côté vraiment de base à niveau à partager en anglais pour nous comprendre que il y a plus bail, plus effet, plus ambiance, plus tout bail qui possible. Et après, ce qui est nommé CNN, ce qui est nommé Fox News, ce qui est nommé et bon l'autre messieurs dames, Miami Airroad et pour partager nouvelles pour sur Haïti en anglais. Comme dire, nous ne pouvons pas jamais progresser parce que nous ne pouvons pas jamais avoir une image qui est différente par rapport à ça qu'on peut recevoir. Si nous ne pouvons pas des informations en perspective dans Haïti, dans l'autre façon, il n'y a pas jamais changer parce que nous ne pouvons pas jamais venir, nous qui a volonté pour changer le pays, il n'y a pas ouais qui côté il y a plugué pour faire changement. OK? So, pour toute raison, ça, il fait en anglais. Un jour, m'expliquer, c'est pas seulement moi-même qui a fait des émissions ça, parce que il pas seulement moi-même, m'encourager n'importe qui qui a suivre moi et sous nous mes style de choses ça, et faire un show comme ça tout, non focus sur business, nouvelle business économique, faire en créole en plus. OK? Oh non, excusez-moi, faire en anglais parce que m'ai bien content de partager des états ça fini même dans le pays m'a assez chance pour me parler que la clé je me parle maintenant toujours faire des activités dans notre langue bien content me faire des étapes la école la grande école là je m'a fait le cognac so fait montrer on l'autre monde qui a fait on bien content passer des étapes en créole simple clair bon créole race papa maman OK mais juste à ça arriver juste en l'autre côté qui a bail émission au niveau des émissions et je encore tête frette dans l'anglais on prend ma tête là on prend responsabilité parce que c'est pas moi-même tout l'autre haïtien toujours attendre l'autre monde fait bah comme ça moi si mon problème devant me fait m'attaquer parce que franchement il va pas rien à changer c'est pas ou même mon capitaine une parole ça qui fait un changement. Okay. That was a little bit of exposition in Creole just because it's important that I, first off, flex on the Creole because folks be trying me, right, with the Creole, number one. And number two, yeah, it's a little accented. Okay, shoot me. I grew up in the States. But nonetheless, it's to explain that we need a space where we're talking about Haiti in a language that everyone can understand, in a language where, when I say everyone who potentially was outside of Haiti, and honestly, other people who potentially aren't Haitian, perhaps, who can receive a bit of information that's happening in the country that isn't exclusively from CNN, Fox News, Miami Herald, because they only exclusively focus on utter negativity. I mean, listen, Miami Herald, even when they're reporting the fact that COVID-19 didn't affect us as hard, like we didn't have so many cases and we didn't have so many deaths, even in that, the tone is, oh my God, we can't believe that Haiti didn't, fall complete to the wayside, and they hit listing all these different stats, even in a positive news story. I'm like, this is a positive news story. You can't twist this, right? But even in that, they find ways to absolutely, eviscerate any positivity. Again, it's not a positive news channel. I'm just saying, it's just good to be fair and balanced once in a while and just say, okay, hey, the Haitian government, as much as you may dislike them, right? And I'll raise my hand too, right? They actually didn't do half of a bad of a job in terms of, keeping their folks on point during the worst of COVID. Now, today I flew in. They didn't ask me for a COVID test. They didn't even check they did check my temperature, the little scan. I don't even know if the machine even worked, I'll be honest with you. So there's always critique you can levy the Haitian government, right? But during the epoch specifically when it could have gotten bad, they did a good job, right? And so, it's about being fair and balanced. Trust me, we want to attack when it's time to attack, but at some point. And anyways, in any case, that's why we do it in English, to give a fair and balanced perspective of what's going on in the country. And as always, I'm very happy to have have folks here. As I said before we went on the little intermission there, that the Haiti Biz News Show is going to be on the first Sunday of each month. I'm just doing too much, guys. I'm just doing too much. And between, like I said, I have almost 3 to 4 episodes of SeeJeanty that hasn't been produced yet. In fact, I got to bring on another videographer. We're just producing so much content on the media side. There's some incredible developments on my side I can't necessarily talk about, but there's just some incredible things happening that I can't wait to share fully. But in short, my time is restricted, and I just cannot dedicate, the many hours to prepare the show every week. But I will continue to prepare and do the show at least, once every Sunday, each month, the first Sunday. That's a promise. That's a guarantee. All right. So I need a new intro sequence, because you saw I used my drone stuff. I need a new intro sequence. My old intro sequence is still stating, every Sunday, and so eventually I got to get that fixed. I just don't have the bandwidth yet. maybe that's one of the first projects I have the new videographer come on board and help out with. So we got some incredible news, guys. Incredible news. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? You ready? Are you ready? The guys on IG already have seen it, but you guys have not. 101 ways. 101 ways to make money in Haiti. It's out. It's out. The book is out. The book is out. We've had some folks buy the book already. I'm getting feedback. They're appreciating the knowledge that's in here, right? And literally, it's this is look, 101 ways, right? This is a research paper where we had a chance to interview so many entrepreneurs while I've been here. I've been able to go to their facilities between SeeJeanty and doing the stuff with SeeJeanty and SeeJeanty Media, and just being able to have conversations with so many of these entrepreneurs. And I've really put together what I feel is a response to what so many folks reach out to me for. So many folks, say they have this idea, raw idea, and they don't know how to execute it, don't know how to express it, don't know potentially what lanes exist, for them to go through and be successful. And that's really the goal here. The goal here is I don't want to just give folks, oh, here's an idea and good luck. I literally each idea, right? It's split. I have an industry context, right? Where literally I talk about the industry as a whole and give some figures. So I try to keep it away from, it's not academic. I could have very easily made this an academic paper. I do have a graduate degree in economics. I do prefer to go in the stats, but I wanted to keep it approachable for anyone to be able to understand. Each idea has a market context where we summarize each business idea and the potential market for it, right? Because what's the point of an idea if the customers aren't there to buy from you? So we talk about who could be your customers, who are going to attack the business concept as a whole. We talk about that, right? What's the business concept? And not only that, we talk about specific iterations of the business concept that you can potentially do. Each idea, guys, we then attack, we say niche ideas. Now, I give you a basic business concept, but here are some very specific lanes you can get started in, right? Very specific things that you could do within there. So to be quite honest, guys, it's more than 101, right? To be quite honest, each one has potentially 5 or 6 other ideas attached to it. So 101 is not really, it's probably 500 ideas in this thing. I'm not kidding. Probably 500 ideas in this, right? And then after that, I talk about top department and policy guidelines, meaning where could you do this? It's not about, Haiti is not the Republic of Port-au-Prince, right? And so many of these ideas, I'm so happy to say, there's some of these ideas, they're more successful in the provinces than they are in the city. Some of these ideas that we talk about here. right? And then finally, I give action and tips. Action and tips where, okay, here's some consult that I've received from people in this domain, right? And here are some ways to maximize your chance of what? Of success. And finally, we have success stories, because I can talk all day. I can give you 100 ideas, 500 ideas. But if I don't show you that people are being successful within a particular idea, then what's the point, right? What's the point, right? I'll give you an example, right? And for example, the very first idea, I'm giving you one of the ideas. Now, you only have 100 ways to read. The very first is the film industry, right? You're looking at me crazy right now. You're like, oh, Chris, we're in the film industry. Hey, well, guess what? I was gonna put my phone. My phone's currently on, streaming IG right now. But the phone in your hand is as powerful as a media tool as 10 years ago. You'd have to pay a lot of money for the level of technology that's in your hand, right? And i.e., I'm talking to you right now on social media. Hello, right? You guys appreciate, a lot of you guys almost exclusively, and especially the millennial generation, use YouTube and use Facebook to get their news and information, right? That's your platform right there, right? And so the very first idea is talking about how you can break into film in Haiti, right? And actually one of the most popular things, folks they love Haitian comedy in Creole. I'll tell you, folks who may not be here in Haiti, I can tell you it's very popular, right? And so the success story, by the way, was Rev Cinema, right? Rev Cinema. I did an episode on Rev Cinema, by the way, right? Where it's Haiti's only movie theater, right? Up in Pitchellville. Very nice. It's a one screen, about somewhere between 200 and 300 seats. The stats are in the book here, right? A lot of seats, very comfortable. In fact, they have a film festival that's coming out in November, right? I think November 14th, which is set your calendar, right? Where they will be doing a Haitian International Film Festival that's usually done in Jacmel. It's going to be done here in Pitchellville at Rev Cinema. And we talk about the entrepreneur who started, Rolf Lewis, right? And that's just one idea out of 100, just to give you a flavor of what's in this book. And finally, I'm gonna wrap this up. I might be able to make a whole live stream on this book alone, right? I'm so excited. Guys, I wrote a book. It was hard. So excited, right? But most importantly, the last 1/3 of the book. I'm gonna read it to you. I'm just gonna read it to you. I'm gonna read you the headlines. All right, last 1/3 of the book. You ready for this? Check this out. Concerning moving to Haiti and minimizing failing. Okay. Concerning conceptualizing to start up reality in 7 simple steps. Right. Right. And this is a long chapter. Flipping through. Right. Next one is starting a Haitian business on a shoestring budget. Hello. Can I get a thumbs up here? Can I get a heart? Huh? Starting a Haitian business on a shoestring budget. Okay? All right? Giving you hard tips. The legal process to start a business. It's in here. The legal process to start a business. It's in this book. Okay? I'm gonna keep labor law, taxes, and other social responsibilities. It's in here. I break it down. Labor and cultural norms. It's in here. It's a section, its own chapter. We talk about it. Import and export law and processes. It's in here. Personal tax responsibilities. Non-Haitian entrepreneurship and investment. Finance and credit. I'm going to say this again. Somebody wants to hear it. Finance and credit. Acquiring land and real estate. Competent legal and accounting counsel. How to find it. The topic of security. Can't have a book about doing business if I didn't talk about security. We talk about that here, right? Currency fluctuations. I wrote that one real recently, right before the book went out. I had to do, oh crap, this is really a potential problem. And I hammered out a chapter on currency fluctuations, right? Internet connectivity. Internet connectivity is in here as well, right? And that's the 1/3. I spend 1/3 of the book, not even talking ideas. I'm just breaking down the realities of doing business in this country, right? And so all that said, I know a lot of folks again, where can I get this book? Listen, I'm dropping it right here. Those who are on Facebook and YouTube and Periscope, you guys getting it. You guys see the, let me drop it one more time. Getting an error message there. And those who are on IG, if you go to SeeJeanty.com, SeeJeanty.com/shop. All right. SeeJeanty.com/shop. SHOP. It will, you'll get your copy. There's ebook and there's paperback, by the way, ebook and paperback. Right. And there's a few folks who are in Haiti who are like, oh man, I really want the paperback. You know, unfortunately, I haven't gotten books to Haiti just yet, but you can use ShipX, by the way. I didn't know someone did use ShipX to get one of my books to them. ShipX is SHIPPEX to service that. You know, you basically tell Amazon to deliver it at a warehouse in Miami, and then they bring whatever you want from Amazon, you know, to Haiti for like $2 a pound, which is like literally this book is maybe 2 pounds. So for $2 extra, you'll get this book if you're in Haiti, right? Otherwise, you have the ebook, right? If you want to wait around, you know, it takes about a week, 2 weeks to get it, right? So that's the book. I just wanted to announce that, and I want to spend some time to actually, you know, go through why you should get the book. So definitely check it out. Especially I get so many DMs, you know, and now I have a response for you guys because I get a lot of DMs and I can't, you know, I love to be everyone's pen pal, but I can't, right? I can't be, you know, messaging 20 different people on very complex things. So I have so many resources available for folks to be able to be successful. And in fact, the one more resource here, I'm going to drop that in real quick, is the SeeJeanty Action Group. I've seen so many folks. That's one thing that I want folks to understand is even though we're not meeting here each week, like we have been, I just want you guys to know there's a lot of resources available for you that I want to build to make sure that we're still communicating, we're still staying informed, we're still staying engaged. I'm in there. You know, folks who DM me, chances are I'm not going to respond to you if you DM me. But if you join this action group, you know, you'll get a response if you're posting stuff and you see what I post and you put a comment in there. I'll respond to you through there, right? And if you have questions, honestly, ask it in the community group because it's not just me, right? There's a lot of very talented entrepreneurs who are part of this action group who really, just like myself, enjoy, you know, sharing and helping. And so if you're an entrepreneur, you want to help, join the action group, right? Talk about your product, talk about what you're doing. That's why it's there. So I really look forward to having you guys join that action. It's free. Doesn't cost a thing. Daniel Dorar says, hey, need the book in French and Creole. It's not going to be in French because French, right? French doesn't, français pas servir nous rien. Et Daniel, excusez-moi, français actuellement, c'est français nous bataille pour libérer nous, on n'a aucun respect pour français. D'ailleurs, français, vous pas même vouloir parler langue. On nous sérieux. Vous pas même vouloir parler français. À la France, avec un accent qui passe totalement français, vous regardez moins que un monde. Est-ce que vous comprenez? Et non, pas français même. D'ailleurs, langage business c'est qui ça? C'est anglais lié. C'est anglais l'abrité. Non. Gadzou, Creole is coming. Okay, the Creole version of the book is coming. In fact, we're working on it. We're making serious progress. I got a team here in my office. We're working on the Creole translation. Creole is coming. Don't worry, Daniel. But French, let's be clear. SeeJeanty has no respect for the French language because they don't respect us. Let's be real. Come on. Anyone who really knows French knows what I'm talking about, right? And so we also have one more resource I want to share, right? I want to share the WhatsApp group. We've had I'm raising some feathers here by saying French is a useless language that doesn't serve Haiti. I'm sorry, the truth hurts. We're in the Caribbean, surrounded by Spanish-speaking countries. Our biggest trade partner is America, speaks English, but yet folks are, and we defeated the French for our freedom, but yet we're still supposed to speak their language, even though their language doesn't serve us at all in our geopolitical area. Okay. All right. Okay. So, well, what I was saying was, before rudely interrupted by French loyalists, is we have the WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group is just one more tool that I wanted to provide folks, because a lot of folks really do want my guidance, really do want to be able to pitch their ideas and have a degree of conversation, discourse, specifically with me. And that is the middle ground way I could actually do it, where, it's a subscription. It's $20 a month, right? And, you'll get access to the WhatsApp group. I'm in it. But most importantly, there's other folks. We're up to at least 20 different very passionate, action-minded folks in the WhatsApp group that we're engaged. We're talking about different ideas. We're supporting each other in this channel, and I'm involved. I'm speaking directly with you guys, and it's really a way for me to have that one-on-one sort of conversation, but do it in a group setting where other people can benefit, other people can gain insight at the same time. And I'm not repeating, what I'm saying to 20 different people. And I'm saying it once. Everybody can read it. Everybody can add to it, right? Because it's not just my perspective. That's why I do lives where folks are able to add their 2 cents to it. I don't have to agree with it, like Linda and her French comment, right? I don't have to agree with it, but you can add your 2 cents, and so that's what the WhatsApp group's there for. And by the way, I just want to say, look out if you visit my website. Again, just because there's so much demand, there's so much folks who are reaching out to me who I really do want to help, and I really do want folks to be successful. I'm going to have a consultation service. I'm going to have a one-on-one consultation service for 1 hour, a Zoom call, one-on-one, undivided attention, and there's going to be a fee. You can bear in mind, right? It's going to be a fee, but it's going to be affordable, right? It's going to be. I know folks. To this day, I was shocked how there was one woman who was doing something very similar to this, where she was kind of giving different aspects of doing business in the country. And for 15 minutes sit down, she wanted $300. And I was like, whoa, what are you here in it for? What are you in it for? What are you trying to do? If for 15 minutes you're wanting $300, that doesn't, and what value are you adding to someone for $300? Doesn't make any sense. And so instead, the one-on-one consultation is going to be $100 for a full hour, right? Zoom call, right? Potentially down in the future, maybe it might be one-on-one in person if you're in Haiti, but COVID, so I'm still respecting the guidelines, right? And for that 1 hour, listen, I am all yours. My book of contacts, all yours. However I can help guide and push and have a conversation with you to ensure and maximize your chance of success in your venture. It's that's what I'm doing it for, right? As a final way to ensure that, I can validate taking away from not doing the many things I'm doing. I'm running 3 different businesses, right? And in fact, I'm starting an incredible new set of ventures this year. So taking the time away from that, to do that, there needs to be some sort of balance to do that. And I can't do it for everyone. So this is sort of a gate to keep folks who really aren't serious away from just eating up my time. And so if I know we're going to put $100 towards really executing this, that means you're someone who's going to be very serious, who's going to most likely execute the conversations from the conversations that we do with each other. And so look out for that. That's going to happen. Next time we talk, I'll give you drop the link. We're still working on that, so look out for it, right? We had a bunch of YouTube videos that we dropped during December. So many. We had an episode where we visited, where I talked about land I purchased, and I spent over an hour, not an hour, 20 minutes. I spent over 20 minutes talking about the process of buying land in Haiti, right? So that's there. I went to, a lot of folks say I don't go Andeo enough. I do too much Port-au-Prince, right? I went to Savannah Perzi, Haiti, in the Central Plateau farmlands, and we spent a good amount of time showing just the incredible richness of agriculture and the capacity of Haiti to produce everything and anything, honestly. And we hung out with a bunch of kids. I didn't really give them a context of the kids that were there, but there was just a bunch of kids who saw my drone. I did the mistake of flying my drone first before actually going to shoot. And I always try to fly my drone at the end, because when I do, if I don't, kids just swarm me. And so the kids just swarmed me from the beginning. That's why the kids are in the video. But in any case, we checked out also Piboro Creations. They're turning basically junk to beautiful art, like incredible art. If you haven't seen that video, check that out. Haitian Hillbilly came back. Yo, I'm saying it again. Haitian Hillbilly came back, and we did the one chip challenge, right? Man, I was dying. Like, I've never felt that much pain in my mouth. I couldn't even talk. It was honestly, it was the Haitian Hillbilly show for a good chunk of it. I couldn't talk. That's how much pain I was in, right? And that was something we dropped. And finally too, we dropped a story of a Haitian American who came back from America to start a dog training school program in the country. So these are all episodes right now on SeeJeanty. If you haven't seen any of those episodes yet, stop what you're doing and go after this video, after this live stream, go watch those episodes. Really great content. And do share, whichever you like the most. Do share, right? Those videos, right? And of course, share, like the stream. Let's get some more folks in here. We're about to jump into the news section finally. We had lots of updates you on. So share share. There's anyone who you know will appreciate being informed in a analytical, non-political, non-emotional way. Well, literally emotion way. Do invite them to the stream. So wherever you are, if you're on YouTube, share it to a friend or two. If you're on Facebook, drop it in a group that you know may appreciate it. If you're on IG, directly share this message to someone that you know who on IG to bring them in here. We're about to break some serious news down. Okay. And also smash that like button, by the way. Smash that like button, smash that heart button. It helps the algorithm and the mechanics in the background. So do all that for me, all right? I appreciate it. So let's talk about the headlines. Let's talk about them. Oh my, we have a lot to talk about. First and foremost, briefly brush on COVID, very briefly. The Dominican Republic Army is growing on the border. We're talking about it, right? National Intelligence Agency, the National Intelligence Agency, right? We're going to give a full update on that. I think we did talk about it previously, but I want to make sure we fill you in on everything that's happened since that entity has been created. The exchange rate, we got to give an update on the exchange rate, right? International aid, there's some countries doing some interesting things, specific aspects of the Haitian economy, and we're going to talk about those things, because when you're talking about millions of dollars being, dedicated to specific things such as education and entrepreneurship, we can't ignore that, right? Caracol, there's some things happening at the Caracol Industrial Park in the north of Haiti. We're going to talk about that. There's some things happening with airlines. There's some news happening. Airlines, we're going to talk about that. Agriculture, got to talk about agriculture. There's some really interesting happenings, related to our coca industry, related to some things happening in Mirabale, some things related to rum Barbancourt. We're going to talk about that. Textiles, there's some interesting things happening to the textile market. Massive, and by the way, textile market, as you know, 50,000 50,000 Haitians are employed in that sector. So anything that happens there, we have to talk about it. Education. Education is paramount. If folks aren't prepared intellectually, Haiti is going nowhere. And there's some really important news happening on that front. Some real positive news we can't wait to talk about. And of course, there's some, I call that miscellaneous news, which we're going to certainly talk about. But actually, move that down, because before even talking about that, there's some things, as they said, electricity. Obviously, there's the big push of the president trying to push for electricity in the country, and we're going to be talking about how that's going and some updates from that perspective. And then the other news has to do with, for example, there's some things Naomi Osaka is doing. Listen, I am team Naomi Osaka, right? And so whatever she's doing, I'll take some time out of a business news show to talk about that. For someone who reps Haiti as hard as she does, we can at least rep her back, right? And of course, some Jimmy Jean Lewis, another guy who reps Haiti hard and aggressively. So he's done some really interesting things. And also swimming in Haiti. Got to talk about that. We're winning. Haiti is winning medals, guys. Haiti is winning medals. Got to talk about that. I don't see anyone talking about this stuff here. We're going to talk about Haiti winning medals right now in swimming. So we're going to talk about that at the very end of our news brief. So how about that, guys? That's a lot of news, right? Right? That was worth the month wait, I hope. Right? We've got a lot of news we're going to be talking about today. So strap in. Can't wait to dig into it. And by the way, I won't be reading as much comments today or going forward on our live stream. I'm going to pop in things that really jump at me. I'll attack or address, right? But I won't necessarily spend so much time in the chats per usual, only because we have so much news to cover, right? And number two, the reason why I created the SeeJeanty Action Group is really not only as a place for us to continue to engage and facilitate each other, but also as a place where these conversations can continue, right? The big thing I want you guys to understand is we are not going to wait for one weekend a month to talk about Haiti and the things that are happening that are moving the country forward. We're not going to do that, guys. That's what we ain't going to do is that. What we is going to do is engage 365 days a year in moving the country forward, right? And the place for us to do that as a starting point anyways is the SeeJeanty Community Action Group. So make sure you join that group on Facebook, especially you guys who again, I really do value your comments. You guys really add some great, insightful things, guys. I mean, you guys got to give yourself some credit. You guys I really do appreciate what you guys add. And so I want to continue those conversations over there. So please, especially my most consistent OGs on YouTube, please come join me in the action group. Let's keep the conversation going. Okay. All right. So let's talk about the very first news story. Has to do with COVID. Very first news story has to do with COVID. In fact, as I talk about these news stories, what I'm going to start doing too, I'm going to start timestamping just about where I talk about them, right? Just so I can come back a little later and make it a little easier for you guys who may be watching this after the fact. And so I'll just do it in the moment. Just go ahead and timestamp where I'm starting to talk about a particular news story. Excuse me. So COVID, negative trend has continued. It did spike. It did go a while there where it was spiking, where instead of getting 1 or 2 new cases, it spiked to 10 to 20 new cases over a day or two. But the trend has continued to be very low. The amount of deaths have been in the single digits over weeks. And the overall trend, when you look at it from a month perspective, remains strongly negative, which again has baffled scientists, has baffled common sense, given if folks have been watching a lot of the parties and events that have been happening in the country. There's been a lot of parties. There's been a lot of face maskless people in crowds. but yet there hasn't been a surge of cases as you would expect, right? You know, the strength of the tea, the strength of the heat, the strength of our ancestor spirits, call it what you want, but Haiti has been consistent in a negative trend, right? Now, that said, big news, Michel Matali, the former president, AKA Sweet Mickey, has tested positive for COVID. So the details, I haven't been able to read up or get much detail on where he got it, right? Most likely as a guy who's in and out of Haiti all the time. I suspect he got it in America rather than getting it in Haiti, but he is COVID positive. Now we, don't wish ill things on anyone. And so we do hope Martley has a speedy recovery, right? But that is a very notable COVID positive person, right? I see Prince Jay asking a very interesting question. Where can I get a COVID test in Haiti? There's a few different places. MedLab is one in particular, in La Ville, near the just after the presidential palace is one place that's been very popular. But there's a few different places, about 2-3 different places. But you have to pay. FYI, you have to pay to get those COVID tests, as far as I understand and heard. Right? The DR Army, right? They've added troops at the border, right? They've added troops at the border. They upped it by another 1,200 troops. Again, I'm saying again, they upped it by 1,200 troops on top of the 10,000 troops that were already on the border, right? And so, per usual, the reason behind it is to attack illegal immigration, attack contraband, right? And the new administration in the Dominican Republic has tripled down, not doubled down, tripled down on securing the border and reducing illegal flows from Haiti, right? And the 1,200 troops is a major sign that they're taking that responsibility very serious, right? The National Intelligence Agency, let's talk about that, guys. National Intelligence Agency. Now, let's read their mandate. Their mandate says, right, you ready for this? It's to collect and process information relevant to the national security, the protection of the fundamental interests of the nation, to collect and process and manage information, intelligence, strengthening internal and external security, safeguarding the integrity of the territory of the Republic, ensure their prevention, and contribute to the repression of any form of external influence likely to endanger national independence, the integrity of the territory, the Republican order, contribute to the prevention and repression of acts of terrorism and sectarian aberrations, are those affecting state security and the integrity of the territory and the permanence of the institutions of the Republic. That is the stated mandate. It's a mouthful of the National Intelligence Agency. Now, for folks who may not know, the President Jovenel Moise issued a decree that put the National Intelligence Agency in effect. It's basically think CIA, right? Think that they're an investigative force where agents can use pseudonyms and do investigations where they're supposed to get at the heart of networks that are attacking or doing things that are going to affect state security, right? The problem here, right, is that they report only to the president. They report to no other agency. In fact, they're above, here, this is the police and this is the military. Right here is the national intelligence agency. They're above both. They have access to both networks, and they're not an advisory entity. They have their own agents who can go into any department, any government building, flash a badge, right? And voila, they are then have access to the entire database of these entities, right? Some have said that this is a version 2 of Tonton Macoutes, right? It's a big criticism. It's unconstitutional, is what a lot of folks are saying. It's not in the Constitution for an entity to have this much power, right? And the same day, by the way, another decree came out that basically tripled acts penalties where folks are doing acts of insecurity, acts of, if you're burning tires, if you're looting, blockades, passing out pamphlets that encourage people to go and riot, right, or participate in manifestation at large, if you're caught doing any of that, you can get up to 30 years in prison and 2 million good fine, right? Which is, some folks have applauded it because up to this point, though those acts were illegal, by the way, these weren't new acts. A lot of these were illegal already, but the fines were out of date. The fines were set to 1986 levels, right? Now, whether or not 2 million is excessive, that's a question you guys are more than welcome to discuss amongst yourselves. Is 30 years in jail excessive? That's something that you guys can talk about, talk amongst yourselves in terms of whether or not that's appropriate. But it's so that's the facts. And by the way, one of the big pushes of why President Moise said he wanted this to exist is that there's, in his mind, a lot of financing towards instability, right? A lot of the stuff we're seeing right now in terms of kidnapping, a lot of the things we saw thus far in terms of the Pays Loc, a lot of that was financed, right? Per his perception. And again, you being in the country, having a network that is very expansive, and being able to speak to people across different sectors of the economy and social political sphere, if one person tells you something, you can say, this guy's full of it. But 2 people tell you and they don't know each other, like, that's interesting. If countless people tell you the same thing, you're gonna have to start believing it. And when countless people tell you that, a lot of the insecurity in the country is financed by people who can finance these things. At some point you're gonna have to start believing them. and so these agents are supposed to, a big part of their charter really is to go after these people who are financing insecurity, right? So that's the news there, right? And I am seeing some comments in here. For example, Michael Collins saying, not even the CIA is above congressional inquiry. The intelligence agency is what this intelligence is, the new version of Tonton Macoutes meant to intimidate political oppression, right? So thanks, Mike, for that comment. And that's the flavor of what people are saying and feeling, that this is a really a new army of oppression is what folks are interpreting this as. I as always, I am certainly of a wait and see, right? I am certainly of a wait and see perspective of anything when it comes to Haiti, and we'll see what this really means, because the potentiality of what this could be very good, right? It could be very good because, again, we can't, as Haitians, sit here and bemoan and say, oh, my country is insecure and I'm afraid to come because I got to justify my parents. I got to tell my parents. It's a headache to tell people I'm going to Haiti. But then when things that can potentially bolster our security are put in place, we turn around and in the same breath and say, oh, well, that's just political oppression. that's a power play and just for show. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm gonna wait and see. I'm gonna have to wait and see because I see the potentiality as providing stability potentially, right? At the same time, too, I'm not naive. Let's be clear. I'm not naive, right? I've been in Haiti long enough to know those in power here do things to preserve their power. You understand? But at the same time, too, the optimist in me wants to root for change, right? Things that can bring about change. And this is a potential change maker, right? In the right hands. Is President Moise the right person to be wielding this power? I'll leave that for you guys to decide, right? Okay. So the next news story has to do with the exchange rate. The next news story has to do with the exchange rate, right? So let's talk about that. So the exchange rate is slowly creeping forward. It's right now it's pushing about 67 good for a dollar. Before at the start of December, or at least late November, it was about closer to 63, 62, 64, 65, around there. So slowly it's creeping full upwards. The BRH, the central bank, is doing their damnedest to keep the dam from gushing in terms of how far the exchange rate can go. I can tell you right now that the black market for good is trading closer to 80 to 85 good per dollar, right? Meaning, if you have dollars right now, you make one phone call, to someone who is looking for dollars, because the dollars are hard to get for many people, particularly even in banks. You're trying to take dollars out. Your dollars that are sitting in your account, you're restricted to maybe $2,000 or so. Is your restriction, right? And so, folks are willing to pay extra to get dollars up to 80, 85, right? Is what currently things are trading for right now. And so that's where we are. The increasingly for a few days in December, you couldn't commercial banks were just ran out of dollars, especially in the north of OCOP. Commercial banks had no money to give. Commercial banks had no dollars to give for days in OCOP, and they were saying that the central bank did not bring dollars up to the north, right? So there was a grattement de dollars that existed, right, for quite some time. Right? So the current situation is very precarious. I can tell you, as we talked about this many times on Haiti Biz News, this is not going to end well for Haiti. It's not going to end well for our currency, because at the end of the day, the fundamental things to make our currency rise and be at an appropriate level aren't in place, right? The things that are necessary for our currency to naturally rise, i.e. export, i.e. security, i.e. easy to do business, easy to register business entities, all these things, right, do not exist in Haiti right now. But yet our currency is showing the opposite. It's not going to end well. Mark my words. Mark the words of any economist that you'll speak to who knows what's going on in Haiti right now. It's not going to end well, right? Right. So we'll leave that news story. We'll leave that news story right there. Right. International aid. Let's talk about it. International aid. Let's talk about it. Right. Right. A few different news stories to talk about. Right. And let's jump into it. We got Taiwan. Taiwan has donated 1,000 pounds of rice to FAIES. FAIES is the Economic and Social Assistance Fund. It's sort of Haiti's welfare system, right? And the FAIES distributes packets of food to the most affected communities as relates to famine and as relates to those places that have been extremely food insecure, places that may have been hit by a natural disaster. Fayez helps support those areas, right? And for example, over the break, they were very active in providing food to a lot of the most affected slums in Haiti. So Taiwan donated 1,000 tons of rice to Fayez, right? As always, I do feel very strongly against this. If you guys follow me long enough, you guys know I'm not a fan of this sort of quote unquote aid, right? You're just giving rice, right? Instead of giving seeds and investing in the agriculture for Haitians to support themselves is the way to go about it. But in any case, 1,000 tons is nothing to scoff at. It's quite a bit. And particularly, my understanding is it's going to go not to just randomly distribution, but it's going to be going specifically to those at most risk for hunger in the country, right? IDB has announced a $1 billion grant for COVID vaccines in Latin America and the Caribbean, right? It's unclear how much is going to be earmarked for Haiti, but again, $1 billion for COVID vaccines across Latin America and the Caribbean. Now, I already see the comments coming. My guys are, in the chat, they heard COVID vaccines, like, nah, no, ain't for me, right? You're free to think it, I'm not too far away from you in that thinking. But certainly we're going to be in a world very soon where you're not going to be able to fly. You're not going to be able to fly without having a vaccine proof, right? That's where we're going, right? That's where we're going, right? So as much as you may feel strongly about not taking the vaccine that's coming, just know that you can choose not to take the vaccine, but just know that passport is going to go to waste. That passport of yours, you're not going to be going anywhere outside the country. Potentially, you may not even going anywhere in the country. Even domestic flights are most likely going to require a vaccine proof, right? So just be aware. You're really inconveniencing yourself to just cars by going that route. So just be aware of that. Okay, just be aware of that. USAID Action Program has hit an important milestone. It was a 5-year, $14 million program by Fokonze, by a partnership between USAID and Fokonze. Since 2016, they're installing boutique santé all across Haiti, basically community health stores, to provide reliable, affordable, life-saving health products, right? Information as well, and services across Haiti, rural Haiti in particular. And they've since this past year, in fact, report that they've been able to screen 75,000 children for malnutrition across all of Haiti's 10 departments, right? As they wrap up this program, right? And so, fantastic to have such a program that again focused on the establishment of boutiques, health boutiques, which locals ran, right? And so this is the sort of, not-for-profit sort of charitable things you can look at as, okay, this is impactful, because even though this program is ending and they're moving, and the focus action is going to be moving away, these rural health community health stores are going to exist because they're being run by local Haitians who have ownership in these health stores and are going to be benefiting for years to come and providing a service for years to come for the communities that they're in, right? And as I always say, I'm not much one to highlight non-for-profit work, right? But non-for-profit work that's done in this way is phenomenal. It's fantastic, right? So happy to see that program. Finally, Japan is providing $3.2 million to immunize children in remote areas against measles. Measles is still a thing. Measles affects hundreds to thousands of Haitians each year. And Japan is providing $3.2 million to immunize children in remote areas against measles in Haiti, right? Okay. Also, they also donated a cold room as well, a cold room to hold the vaccines when they come into the country. They also donated that as well, right? So that is international aid, right? Let's talk about Caracol now. Caracol, for you guys don't know, is the very large industrial park located in the north of Haiti, right? It's a very large industrial park found in the north of Haiti. They're planning their sixth expansion. This expansion is going to be $65 million to be invested to create 4 new buildings. I did talk about this before in Haiti Biz News, but it's been approved now. It was announced. Had some red tape to get through. They're really at the last mile of red tape before they can actually break ground and start construction on these newer buildings. But things are moving. In fact, I think February will be the official last bit of red tape, and then I believe March or April they'll start constructing these buildings. So $65 million to be invested to create 4 new buildings that are going to be 12,000 square meters, and then another building that is 5,000 square meters, right? And also a 10,500 square meter warehouse, right? In addition to 1,600 square meter canteens, and additionally the rehab of the 3 existing buildings that exist, and an expansion of a parking lot that can hold up to 120 private public vehicles, right? They expect 5,000 new jobs to come out of this at the end of this, when the buildings are completed and leased out. 5,000 new jobs, which is fantastic, right? Additionally, they're currently under construction already. They already broke ground on this 12 megawatt solar energy production plant that's going to be occurring. I'm going to say it again: 12 megawatt solar energy farm that's going to exist adjacent to Caracol. So this is fantastic. This is great to have this level of investment happening in the country. It's absolutely necessary. A lot of folks will say, well, they're just sweatshops. Like a lot of Caracol is textile, right? I don't know about you guys. A lot of folks who say this, they've never been to these facilities in Haiti. I've been to these facilities. I've seen these facilities firsthand. They ain't sweatshops. These folks are in cool environments, right? They are getting paid 2-3 times what they'd be making in the streets. When I say in the streets, not prostitution. Folks, I don't know. People go straight. People always go straight to that. Oh, about prostitution, Chris? No, I'm talking about Madame Sayaz. Have you not ever been to Haiti? Have you never been to Haiti and seen the folks walking around with the stuff on their head, selling fruit, selling a bunch of stuff, right? In the hot sun, under the rain, right? And they'll walk away for a day's work, maybe with a few hundred good in their pocket, right? Versus what I've seen, which is not in the sun, not in the heat, making good money. Or again, I've seen folks who in 1 year, like some of the men who work there, for example, they'll start working there by using tap public transportation, and within a year, not even a year, a few months, they have a motel, right? And with a few months from there, a few years from there, some of them even have cars, right? And the mobility of taking their kids to school, having a steady paycheck, all these things are things that I see firsthand the benefits, right? And you usually see, someone with a very hot Twitter hand, talking morals and what's right and what's wrong, and which is fine if that person would come to Haiti and then open up a business that can hire some people at the wage levels they feel is appropriate, right? Meanwhile, we have incredible activity that's providing thousands of people jobs, thousands of people a way out of poverty, that we should be positively embracing, because again, I've seen these places, and they aren't sweatshops. They aren't. Okay. So that's Caracol. Let's talk about the airlines now. Airlines. We've had Sunrise Airways has some, unfortunately, not so positive news to report. Starting the first of this month, they will not be flying to Cuba anymore. They're canceling. They're shutting down all their Cuba flights. Right. The reason why is because Cuba has reported a 71.5 increase in COVID cases over the past few weeks, and the Cuban authorities are, as you can imagine, are reeling. They're changing their policies every other day as relates to what can be done. The last bit of news I saw, in fact, had to do with the fact that they were going to start requiring every airline to ensure that folks have a COVID negative test before coming before landing, before coming to the country, right? And the details to why specifically Sunrise has chosen to cancel all their flights into Cuba, it's not totally clear to me, minus the very brief press announcement that they made. But the context behind it is a massive increase in COVID cases and a Cuban authority that is really trying to get a handle of the crisis, right? And that's a new story as relates to that. We'll keep an eye on it. So Sunrise had just announced new routes, in fact, to different cities in Cuba from Port-au-Prince. So this really does come as a bit of a shock, and I'm certainly sure that this isn't good for their bottom line. So we'll keep an eye out on this. Luckily, Sunrise has opened new flights that I've seen a lot of friends use, actually, for example, to Jeremy. They've been flying to Jeremy from Port-au-Prince, the new airport that opened in Jeremy. They've been flying and using. Of course, as you know, Sunrise has an exclusive route between Port-au-Prince and Cap Haitien. And I really wish they would also do flights to Jacmel as well. Jacmel has an underused airport and an incredible city. It always baffles me. We don't have at least one weekly flight. You would think at least one flight from Haiti from Port-au-Prince to Jacmel, especially given the insecurity of Matissan and et cetera. It's always a bit baffling that that's not a thing, right? Now, as relates to let's move to the next news story. Let's talk about agriculture. We're talking about agriculture next, right? Quite a few things happening, folks. First and foremost, the coca industry has won a bit of recognition. There's been quite a bit of news as relates to Macala chocolate that's been making the rounds, and recognition of the chocolate industry of Haiti. In particular, 5,000 tons of coca per year, though it pales in comparison to the 70,000 tons of coca that Dominican Republic produces. 5,000 tons it's produced in Haiti has incredible renown. Improvements are being done to improve this output. There's an organization, there's an association, a cooperative association of somewhere around 4,000 producers under the name of FECANO, FECCANO, all capitalized. Right? FECANO, I'm sure I'm saying it wrong, but and they've been working with these 4,000 producers to improve their practices, improve their yields, improve access to the production process, right? And they've even made up recent upgrades to the fermentation center, which was put in place in 2014, all right? And additionally, the association directly, they buy from the farmers, they dry, they store, they process the coca, and then sometimes even go as far as developing the chocolate bars, but then will sell it to international community, right? Internationally, right? So fantastic news, and they're making headway, and particularly during a time where the Haitian industry is being recognized more and more for the uniqueness of Haitian coca. Right. Next up has to do with some development in Mirabale, also related to agriculture. For a 45 horsepower tractor, 44 horsepower tractor, and an irrigation pump has been donated to localities around Mirabale. Right. In addition to 15 tons of bean seed has been donated as well. Right, to farmers to help produce their yields. Right. Fantastic news. Additionally, next news story has to do with Rum Barbancourt. Very quick story here. They've been ranked. Rum Barbancourt has been ranked on Forbes. Let me say it again. Rum Barbancourt has been ranked on Forbes as one of 7 of the world's best rums in the world. Right, and this is a second appearance for Rum Barbancourt. They were on here last year. Right, they were on there last year on that list. Right, so very happy to have Rum Barbancourt representing Haiti and representing what the best of what Haiti can produce. You know, because we know we've been enjoying Rum Barbancourt here in the country. In fact, I'm still slightly a little tipsy from a, a bit of celebration last night. Right, cheers to Rum Barbancourt on those awards. Right. Textiles, next news story. Let's talk about that. And the one thing we've talked about consistently has been the effect of the exchange rate on the textile market. Understand that the many thousands of employees who work at these facilities, that's the largest expense item for these companies is wage. And overnight, you're at 120, and just like that, with a switch of a button, apparently, you're at 60 good for $1, meaning it costs you double the currency, the U.S. currency, to be able to purchase the good to then pay your employees. So, in a period of about a month and a half, the expenses of these entities doubled, right? A lot of these companies saying they couldn't support it. In fact, we do know of one textile company that closes doors and thousands of Haitians lost their jobs. Right? Others also they express the reality that they're very near being out of business. You know, between COVID-19, between pay lock, and now because the factories were closed. The factories were closed during COVID-19 by government order, right? And then you have this currency fluctuation that increased cost as high as they have, right? And so a lot of these textile companies have expressed, the fact that they were going to go out of business, and though we were seeing that EDIH has been in talks with the International Finance Corporation to see how the International Finance Corporation can potentially help and support them during this very difficult period where they made expectations, they budgeted, and now overnight their amount what they budgeted doubled, right? So currently, the International Finance Corporation have announced that they are in talks to see how they can provide capital to the different textile players in the country, and they've been in the process of interviewing, right, and seeing exactly what is the right amount that's going to be necessary to keep them afloat. Right. As a reminder, the textile industry employs over 50,000 direct jobs, right, and since since current struggles, they've been operating effectively at 75% capacity and producing 30% revenue, while at the same time having double their costs, right? Okay. So next has to do with education, right? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about education, right? there's some incredible strides that have been happening on that front that we do want to talk about. Recently, towards on the 31st, we were coming to find out that 1,600 teachers received 30,000 good from the Ministry of Education. Right? 1,600 teachers received 30,000 good from the Ministry of Education. This was actually funded by the IADB and the Caribbean Development Bank through a $1 million grant, right? And this was to help support the teachers during this time of COVID, right? And some, to be quite frank, some of it actually had to do with back pay as well. I'm sure some of these teachers may have not have been paid in quite some time, right? Additionally, the Digicel Foundation announced that they constructed 2 new schools. The Digicel Foundation announced that they constructed 2 new schools, Collège Frère Uni de la Vigne and École Presbyterienne. I'm not gonna say that word. I'm not gonna say that word. But both schools in St. Mark. My tongue is not gonna win that war, saying that word right there, right? But both schools in St. Mark. In total, the Digicel Foundation has constructed 182 schools in the 13 years they've been in operation, which is fantastic, right? Additionally, the Fonds National d'Éducation, the FNE, has updated us on what has been done with some of the money that has been collected from the diaspora, the $1.50 that is taxed every time we spend money, and also the 5 cents that are taxed on every phone call that's made into the country. What has been some of the things that have been produced from it, right? Now I'm gonna read off to you some of those things, but just bear in mind as I'm reading them to you, nowhere in this report, right, do we get a specific number, right, of exactly how much was collected. It's not clear, right? But in any case, for 2020, 20,000 school children have benefited from school meals, right? 25 national schools under construction, right, have been announced within 2020, right? 1,000 scholarships for Haitian high school graduates, right, have been announced for that money. Tuition support, 103 million good have been earmarked specifically across the 10 departments to help with tuition support where students can get assistance to pay for their school. Remember, in almost 90% of all school students, they go to a private school and they have to pay tuition, right? And so that's going to reflect that reality, right? Construction of Lycée Frère, completion of school of high school, Lycée Roseline Vaval, right, has been completed, right? In Petit Grave. School equipment and furniture, right? 35 million good were invested in school equipment, right? For example, materials, furniture, etc. That was then distributed to public schools across the country. Educational allowances, where 6,000 needy families were given allowances, back to school vouchers set up by the Ministry of Education. 4,900 school teachers were paid, were caught up, right? There were somewhere around 4,000 teachers who hadn't gotten paid in months, and those teachers did get caught up, right? They did get their payments caught back up. We have a school rehabilitation. We have 40 schools, somewhere around 40 schools that were rehabbed across the West and Northwest departments. Vocational training, where FNE provided support for up to 3 vocational schools in 2020. Mayotte National vocational training, Lorette for a vocational training center in Porto, and then Brother Andre Gumont Technical School, focused on repair and equipment, right? So again, this is great news, right? But the big criticism that I've gotten from folks who I've showed this to has been, okay, cool, but how much money was collected? And that's always the black box with FNE, right? Is that the transparency is not that clear from day one. From day one, we wanted to know how much is being collected and how much is being spent, right? Okay, so that's the news as relates to FNE, right? Next has to do with electricity. Electricity, as you know, that's the big initiative by President Moise. He's out of office in 2022. He's very confident he'll stick around till 2022. He wants to electrify the country, and he's been making incredible progress from that perspective. I can say they accepted on December 18th. They accepted delivery of a 60 megawatt gas turbine from GE. It arrived and is currently being installed in Kafu, right? Being installed in the Kafu power plant. This first phase is supposed to cost 57 mil. Another 60 megawatt gas turbine is supposed to come, and natural gas turbine is supposed to come. And the total price tag for this project is going to be $120 million, right? And it will be producing 120 megawatts of electricity for the larger metro Port-au-Prince area, right? And clean energy, by the way, because you're using natural gas. 3.2 megawatt power plant has been created in Duet Atibonite, right? It is installed to supply Vertier, Linco, and Petite Rivière in the Artibonite area, right? And finally, 3 water solar pump systems have been installed in the northeast: Caracol, Faton, and Feton, right? Say that 3 times fast, right? Have been installed in the northeast, right? So progress has been made, though this is an important time to also mention that currently I flew in only to find out that there is a gas crisis in the country right now. There's a ratement de gasoline et diesel in the country. There's a shortage of gas in the country right now. In fact, in Haiti, when it comes to gas, luckily I have many reserves, many gallons of reserve gasoline, because at any time, you're gonna be short on gas. It's guaranteed. And so, as it stands right now, since the past few days, in fact, Haiti has been in a gas shortage in the country, right? And so, as much as I would like to praise the advances of energy that has been happening in the country, you can't praise the fundamental practice of ensuring there's gas in the country, and it's not happening, right? And that's one reason why, of course. Why is that happening? Well, the state retook over after initially giving private companies here the capacity to order their own gas. The retook over that responsibility. So the state is managing gas orders for the country. And we all know that the state is so good at doing its job. Well, you can tell the sarcasm, right, guys? Right? That you should be shocked that this is happening, right? So in any case, right? That's where we are, and that's one reason why, anything I build, I try to make sure I use solar panels, because even in my office right now, I'm talking to you. It doesn't use EDH. My office has permanently shut off the EDH. EDH, by the way, is EDH, the electricity company in Haiti. They're the FPNL, as it were, for Haiti. It's connected, but it's been off for months because my 8 solar panels have been able to keep my electricity needs exactly where I need it to be, right? Exactly because of shortages like this, right? And I do I do advise anyone who's doing anything in Haiti, maybe a personal residence, maybe a business. If you can go solar, right? It might be a small initial more expense in the beginning, but the longevity and the freedom, headache, and concern, it outweighs. I mean, it outweighs the little bit of extra costs. I mean, you couldn't pay me. You couldn't charge me enough money for me not to go solar, right? It's just because of the incredible benefits, right? So other news, Naomi Osaka, Naomi Osaka has won 2020 Woman Athlete of the Year. Shouts out to Naomi Osaka. I have so much affinity for that woman, specifically because she has so much affinity for Haiti, right? She reps Haiti to the fullest, and the fact that she's at the top of her game, the whole world knows her name. And she goes out of her way to always bring up Haiti in meetings, in interviews. In fact, she spent a few months here in Haiti showering her millions and millions of fans who may have never heard of Haiti outside of the crap that, the disasters and the X, Y, and Z, the negativity, and the fact that she's showing her audience, really a lot of them probably for the first time ever, seeing a positive image of Haiti. I can't stop gushing over Naomi Osaka, and so hats off to her, 2020 Woman of the Year. And honestly, if Haiti had any sense, Haiti would also give her an award somehow, make her an official ambassador or something. If Haiti had any real sense of organization and patriotism for people who love their country, Naomi should be an honorary something in this country, right? Jimmy Jean-Louis, if you remember, is an actor really who's most famous for being the Haitian on Heroes, right? But has done some incredible work since. Has won the Best Actor in the African Movie Academy Awards for a film called Des Arets by Burkina Faso director Apolline Taroulier, right? And so hats off to Jimmy Jean-Louis. He's someone who also I've had a chance to meet Jimmy. Shook his hand. So cool. I met him at some event in Miami. Real cool guy, super cool, chill, down to earth guy, and still very cool to meet him, and good to see that he's doing some great things, and really pushing again wherever you see him, he'll rep Haiti, he'll talk about Haiti, mention Haiti in some fashion, and so very good to see Jimmy winning awards, and not just in America. He's going to Africa and winning awards in Africa. So good for Jimmy Jean-Louis. Hats off to him, and continued success for him in the coming year. The final news story has to do with swimming in Haiti. The final news story has to do with swimming in Haiti, right? We are winning awards in Haiti in swimming. For the qualifiers in for the Tokyo 2021 games, right? For the qualifiers in the Tokyo 2021 games, Haiti swim team, 3 out of 6 swimmers for Haiti won awards. We won altogether 12 medals through our qualifier event. We won 2 gold, 7 silver, 3 bronze. What? Give it up, guys. Give it up for Haiti swimming. Give it up, right? Give it up. And by the way, 2 of the winners actually are related to, y'all remember Naomi Grandpierre? Y'all remember her, Naomi Grandpierre? We did an episode with Naomi Grandpierre. Y'all should check it out. It's on my YouTube channel. Type in SeeJeanty, Naomi Grandpierre. Now, by the way, Naomi is an incredible human being. Number one, she's really young. Like, that's why I sound old by saying that, right? But she's only like 22 or something, right? But yet she gives this maturity of a 30, 40-year-old woman. Number one, right? That's the first thing I have to tell you. She is an old soul, right? Extremely passionate about Haiti, right? One of the few people I've met that is more passionate about Haiti than I am. I got to tell you that. You got to be pretty damn passionate to be more passionate than me when it comes to Haiti, right? And she's more passionate about it, right? And in fact, a lot of folks don't know this. She quit her swimming career so she could focus on the back end logistics as it relates to funding swimming for Haiti, right? Because she was trying to compete and also be an ambassador, really push to get financing and support for the swim team as a whole. She couldn't do both. And so she quit swimming so she could focus exclusively on the back end logistics of getting our swimmers to compete and be able to focus, right? And the results are in the pudding. The results are speaking for themselves, right? When we can say 3 out of 6 swimmers won 12 medals, 2 of them gold, and 7 of them silver. That means, you can give, a lot of folks, you always got to give credit where credit's due. The swimmers are great, but the fact that Naomi up here is in the background, really doing some incredible work to get that to happen, right? And not accepting the status quo, not saying, well, Haiti's never had it, and blaming X, Y, and Z, and blaming America, and blaming like so many Haitians lazily do. Guess what Naomi did? She shut up and went to work. Respect for Naomi, right? And I wish so many other people would just stop talking, stop complaining, and just go to work, man. Just go to work. Roll up your sleeves and go to work. There's no one standing between you and whatever it is you want to realize. Just realize it and attack and the problems as they arise, deal with them, right? And Naomi Grand-Pierre is and the swim team of Haiti are showing that, exactly what is possible, right? Okay. Hats off to Naomi. Shots out, right? So that's the last news story of today. We went through a lot of material, a lot of news, right? And a lot of folks stuck through the entirety. We peaked at somewhere around 100+ viewers throughout this, right? I want to thank you guys so much for giving the opportunity to discuss, what's happening in the country, what's happening progressively in the country, the things that are will hopefully move this country a little closer to the more developed state, right? Those, if your first time watching this stream, somebody shared it with you, first time you're seeing this guy talk to you about what we're talking about, make sure you hit that subscribe button, right? Make sure you smash it. I have a lot of content that exists on this channel. And man, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Guys. This year, it's going to be something special. Let me tell you, this year we got so much content coming. The next 4 episodes alone are going to blow your minds, guys. We're dropping an episode next week, early next week. That's going to blow your mind, right? That's all I can tell you. And then the next 3 episodes, Jacmel. Finally, I've been talking about it since November when I first shot them. Given the way my schedule worked out, we had to produce a bunch of other stuff that was in the pipeline. Finally, the next 3 episodes after this one are going to be straight up Jacmel. I cannot wait. Jacmel is my favorite city in Haiti, and cannot wait to show you the content that's happening. And then from there, we're just going to keep hitting you. Like the episodes after that, I can sneak peek right now and tell you we're visiting a helicopter company in Haiti. I'm going to say it again. Haiti has a helicopter company. We're going to be visiting them too. So again, guys, when I tell you to subscribe, I'm not telling you just to kind of be a YouTuber and say, oh, subscribe. No, I'm telling you to subscribe because we got such incredible content that's coming. And SeeJeanty, we don't do anything, come see, come ça. We do stuff. We try to elevate and really show you. And in fact, I got a second camera I came to Haiti with, right? That means we're going to be doing double the content, double the angles, double the shots. Oh man, I cannot wait. So we'll start doing some slow motion too, because this new camera can go up to somewhere around 120 frames per second. I won't bore you with the specifications, but just know I'm going to have some really cool slow-mo stuff happening this coming year. The new content we're going to be shooting because of the new camera I got, right? So make sure you subscribe, hit that button, right? I want to roll through some of the announcements I made at the top of the hour. Again, we'll be back next January. Remember, we're going to be back next January, not next January. I'm sorry, next month, right? So we'll be back next month. And the next date we're going to be on air will be on the 7th of February. That's the first Sunday, because it was the first Sunday of each month. So we'll be back the 7th of February is when we'll be back, right? But remember, guys, I know it's a long time from now, right? But remember, I'm in the SeeJeanty Community Action Group, right? If you're watching me on Instagram, by the way, really cool. Instagram is longer than an hour now on lives. That's pretty cool, guys. Usually it would have popped off. I would say, hey, come over to a real social media website like Facebook or YouTube that doesn't do an hour. That doesn't restrict you to an hour. But apparently Instagram finally has gotten its act together, and I'm still on Instagram right now. So that's hats off to my IG people watching right now. But so I just dropped the action group here in my chats for YouTube and Facebook. For Instagram, just go to your Facebook, type in SeeJeanty Action Group, and you'll see the community action group there. Join it. But I'm dropping the link one more time for everyone else. Join that group, because I understand, only a full month and not dissecting the news. Trust me, I don't really want it this way either. Believe me. But this is the only way I can balance my incredible responsibilities and increasing responsibilities here in Haiti from an entrepreneurship perspective. And also, I'm not too worried about it because actually I have, towards the end of this year, Haiti Biz is going to be, Haiti Biz and Haiti Biz News is going to be something next level. All right, I can tell you guys right now, what we're doing here, Haiti Biz News, it's too important to leave it to me. Just like the action group exists to provide a medium infrastructure, the Haiti Biz News and the soon-to-be Haiti Biz channel is something that is being worked on the back end. And before the end of the year, we are going to have a 24/7 resource for Haiti business, right? As I've said it many times before, the grand ambition has always been, to have the Bloomberg of Haiti, to have the CNBC of Haiti, a place where folks can talk about business and economics 24/7 without the politics, without the nonsense. We're moving towards it in a real way. Right? Just letting you guys know. And so that's why I'm not too remorseful about pulling back here, because I'm actually working on something that's even greater, even better, before the end of the year. So just look out for that. I just want you guys to know. Don't lose hope. That's coming, right? So the SeeJeanty Action Community Group's there. Remember, I want to drop a private WhatsApp group. If you want to communicate with me, directly, the private WhatsApp group is there. It's a $20 subscription. A lot of folks will reach out to me and say, hey, SeeJeanty, love what you're doing. I really want to support what you're doing. Do you have merch? Do you have anything that, I can give you some monies to help support? The best way, honestly, is because I'm not someone, I don't know, I can't receive free money. I'm someone, if I receive $1, I don't feel right if I don't give something back. And what I want to give back is what I know, is this capacity, what I've experienced. Me helping you to be successful in Haiti is what I give back for the subscription that you give, right? And so the private WhatsApp group is a space where you could sign up. You're supporting what we're doing here at SeeJeanty. We're supporting the Haiti Biz News. You're supporting the SeeJeanty Media. You're supporting all the different things we have going on here. In addition to, you get direct access to me. You can ask me anything. I'm here to help within the channel. On top of that, you have 20 incredible people already in the channel right now already who will also help you in whatever way possible. And on top of that, I didn't even mention within the channel, we have a professional lawyer, Giovanna Menard. She's in there. She's providing free legal counsel to anyone who asks questions in there, right? Because I know it can't just be me. I want to provide an actual attorney who has track record, years, 20+ years of experience. She's worked for Digicel, some of the top companies in the country. She's in that channel as well, in addition to myself. for the resource. Again, so for 20 bucks, you're getting a lot for that. In addition, again, you're helping SeeJeanty. You're helping us do what we do here. And the final thing I'm gonna leave you guys on is, remember, guys, is this. Remember, the book is out. 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 I just dropped it again in the channel. 101 ways to make money in Haiti. Right? We talked about how, you know, each idea has business concepts. We talk about the industry. We talk about where these ideas can make the most sense. We talk about niche ideas. So each one has like 3 to 4 to 5 niche ideas. So actually, not just 101 ideas. Actually, there's at least 500 plus ideas in this book right here, right? We talk about other stuff like security in the country. We talk about how to legalize your business in the country. We talk about how to start on a budget, right? How to move from concept to reality. We talk about all these different things here in this book. How can a non-entrepreneur, a non-Haitian person do business in the country? How the import-export laws, how do they work, you know, their process. We talk about labor and cultural norms in the country. We talk about so much stuff in this book here. So do check it out. I dropped the link here in the channel. Do grab a copy. It's ebook and hard copy. Ebook and hard copy. So do check that out, right? And that's where we're gonna end it. I want to thank you guys for being around I told you it was gonna be 2 hours, just shy of 2 hours. I want to thank you guys for being here as long as you were during today's show. We'll be back next month, February 7th, 11 a.m., right? And in the meantime, guys, you catch me in the action group, you catch me in the WhatsApp channel, right? And you just catch me on YouTube. Subscribe. There'll be so much new content coming out, right? All right, guys, that's it. And guys, we'll be back at it again when we're back at it again. Peace.